On Monday Night Football, the Kansas City Chiefs beat the Baltimore Ravens 34-20. And at number one, Patrick Mahomes, the Chiefs quarterback, was amazing as always. He was 31 for 42 passing, 385 yards, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. And he made just ridiculous play after ridiculous play after, quite frankly, ridiculous play. He was so good to watch. He had this incredible throw to Tyreek Hill for a touchdown on a corner route where coverage was good, and it was just a perfect throw that I felt bad for the defender. Like, you're in the right spot. That's just an incredible throw that no one else can make in the NFL. Or, he launched a long touchdown off his back foot to Mecole Hardman for like a 65-yard touchdown. You went, oh my gosh, that's crazy. He had a dime on a corner route to Clyde Edwards-Helaire on the left sideline, right over Patrick Queen. It's funny, like an LSU on LSU crime where the linebacker just could not guard the running back. Great throw there. He had another play where he stepped up, threw for a first down. He had another play where 3rd and 10, like, oh, they got him. And, of course, he just runs to the outside, gets to the edge, runs for a first down. I mean, countless plays that Patrick Mahomes made where this guy is so good. He's far and away the best in the NFL. And, I mean, the truth, though, is that's what's expected of Patrick Mahomes. Anytime you watch Patrick Mahomes play, it's not boring, but you know what you're getting into. You very much expect him to be incredible, amazing, and dominant. And if you watched the game, it felt like Kansas City dominated the entire game. I mean, they were 10 for 13 on third down conversions. The Chiefs had 517 total yards of offense, in contrast to Baltimore, who had 228. I mean, like, that's crazy how little, less than half the offensive yards. The Chiefs did not take one single sack. Patrick Mahomes was not sacked one time in that game, whereas Lamar Jackson, the Ravens quarterback, was sacked 4 times. And there's all this evidence that shows that Kansas City dominated this game. And that's why it's crazy to say that despite all that stuff I just said, believe it or not, this was actually a 7-point game in the fourth quarter where the Ravens were down 27-20 with an opportunity to make it an interesting, even closer game. And I really believe that the Ravens are a lot better than they looked even last night. Everyone's talking about the Ravens today. I got a lot of messages. One of them said, like, new year, same Ravens. Like, they're just not very good. I'm like, I just don't believe that. Look at what happened. The Ravens gave up an embarrassing touchdown to Mecole Hardman where it was just a blown assignment on defense. Guy was wide open. Safety, for whatever reason, was flat-footed. Let Mecole Hardman run right by him. And I really believe that the film from this game is going to help 2 different teams in the NFL. Number one, of course, it'll be the Ravens. The Ravens will get better from this because they're going to look at film and say, wow, we had a lot of missed opportunities where we can be better. There was an incomplete pass where Lamar Jackson threw down the right sideline to Hollywood Brown, where he was open, man. Hollywood Brown beat his man vertically, and Lamar tried to throw it on a line instead of leaving air under the ball. A different trajectory, a bad trajectory. If Lamar puts more air under the ball and throws out with a different trajectory, that's probably a touchdown, if not a gigantic completion to Hollywood Brown. And there were a ton of mistakes on defense for the Ravens. I wonder, honestly, why they didn't start the game with a little bit more urgency. I mean, a couple fourth downs early in this game, there were moments where the Ravens kicked a field goal when I believe they should have gone for it. One of the most painful ones was early in the game on 4th and 3 from the 8-yard line. I'm just screaming at my TV, go for it. Don't kick a field goal. Try to get a touchdown. Try to get the first down here because you're playing Patrick Mahomes. And it was like the Ravens didn't quite understand the gravity of that, where they need points. Don't take 3 points. Go get 7. You need every single point you can possibly get in this game. And there were also multiple points in this game where I thought Lamar Jackson should have extended the play. Like a 3rd and 5 with no pressure. And he's throwing like a 1-yard out route for a 1-yard gain. The receiver gets tackled immediately. And I go, why are you doing that, man? Like, I get it. Peyton Manning or Tom Brady, for them, that's the right decision because, a guy like Peyton Manning or Tom Brady, they're so limited physically. It's the right football move. Take what the defense gives you. Hope that your guy breaks a tackle, runs for a first down. But the rules are different for Lamar Jackson. He's got a different skill set, a more explosive, better skill set, in my opinion, than guys like Tom Brady and Peyton Manning, where I want to see Lamar Jackson run and extend a play, keep it alive. Patrick Mahomes many times was doing that exact thing where he's like, there's no one open. I'm not going to throw the ball. I'm going to keep it alive until I find exactly what I want downfield. Lamar didn't do that. And I went, I want to see that from Lamar Jackson. I want to see Lamar Jackson extend plays. It felt like this. It felt like Lamar Jackson was trying to be an old school, prototypical quarterback. And the reality is, man, screw that, dude. Be yourself. You have this incredible skill set. Lamar Jackson, I think, is in his head a little bit. Like, people say I'm a running back and I can't win with my arm. And it's like, dude, shut out the noise. Do what you do best, which is use your legs, extend a play, run around. That's okay to do. Be yourself. Use your legs, man. I just, watching the game, I went, there's more in the tank for Lamar Jackson he could do in this game. And I guess kind of the overall theme of what I'm saying here is that the Ravens played poorly, and the Ravens left a lot on the table, and yet in the fourth quarter, it was still a 7-point game, like a 1-score game in the fourth quarter, despite everything the Ravens could have done better. So I guess really, who cares about that game? When you look ahead, you go, man, the film is going to help the Ravens down the road next time they play Kansas City. Whether maybe it's the playoffs, maybe it's, I would think that these two teams, the Ravens and the Chiefs, are going to run into each other again. And the film from this game helps the Ravens a lot more than it's going to help Kansas City. Because Kansas City sees a bunch of moments where they're like, yeah, we dominated, we were great. The Ravens are going to see a bunch of moments where they can do little things better and make a bunch of little tweaks. And I think, man, moving forward, the Ravens are in a good position after this game, actually, from what they can learn on film. Now, the film also helps the Patriots head coach, Bill Belichick. You may not know, the Patriots play Kansas City next weekend at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City for the Chiefs. And I cannot wait to see Bill Belichick's plan on defense. I have no idea how you stop Patrick Mahomes. I watched that game and I go, well, he can do literally anything. He's like a superhero. You're like, I just don't know. But I would think that if you pressure him a ton, and certainly I would not let Patrick Mahomes run around and extend a play, make him get rid of the ball quickly, you hit him a bunch, you bring more than a 4-man rush. Maybe he'll shred you anyways. He's really good. Seems like he can do anything he wants. But at the very least, don't just allow Patrick Mahomes to run around and extend a play. Put pressure on him and make him earn it. At the very least, make him earn it. So, I don't know. I just have no doubt that Bill Belichick watched that game, the Ravens and Kansas City, and the gears started turning, man. He had probably 100 ideas of, you know what? We could do this, we could do that, we could do this other thing, make a couple tweaks. Man, that's how you stop Patrick Mahomes. Or at the very least, you can slow him down. And so I cannot wait to watch the Patriots play Mahomes next weekend. I don't know that the Patriots are going to win, but they're going to do something interesting on defense, and that's going to be worth watching in of itself. Is what is the game plan? What do they try to take away? What is the one thing the Patriots try to do against Patrick Mahomes? And we all know that this is said a lot, and it's very true about Bill Belichick. His number one goal is to take away the one thing you do best. He's like, you can beat me, but you're going to have to beat me some way you've never beat anybody else before. Like, for example, in high school, we played a team that ran the ball incredibly well to the outside. And we're like, we're taking away that toss play. They're not going to run outside at all. We're going to set the edge. They're not going to run the ball. Now, they made an adjustment. They ran up the middle on us all day and destroyed us. But it's like, well, at least we made them earn it. We made them do something differently. So I don't know what exactly Bill Belichick looks at when he sees the Chiefs and goes, this is the one thing that they're best at we need to take away. I don't know. But it's going to be fun to figure out, like, what does Bill Belichick look at with the Chiefs and go, is it Mahomes extending a play? Is it Clyde Edwards-Helaire running the ball? Is it Clyde Edwards-Helaire in the passing game? Is it Tyreek Hill and one-on-one coverage downfield? I have no idea. But it's going to be so fun to figure out and see what does Bill Belichick value as the best thing that the Chiefs do. And by the way, I got to be honest here. There was never a moment where, my team in high school, had a team that ran it outside a bunch. I mean, the reality is that you'd probably do some other kind of offensive adjustment. That's just trying to make an example where Bill Belichick likes to always find whatever a team does best and take it away. It's the easiest way I could communicate it that way. I felt weird about the weird white lie there. Let me just be honest about it. I'm curious to see, what do the Patriots, in fact, value as the best thing the Chiefs do next Sunday at Arrowhead Stadium. I cannot wait to watch Chiefs and Patriots next weekend.